Did you hear about the curvy wife? So there is a man named Robbie Tripp who is a self-professed TEDx speaker and husband to a curvy goddess, according to his social media profiles. He went online and posted a long post. It's a photo of his wife. Here it is. I love this woman in her curvy body. As a teenager, I was often teased by my friends for my attraction to girls on the thicker side, ones who were shorter and curvier, girls that the average basic bro might refer to as chubby or even fat. Then I became a man and started to educate myself on issues such as feminism and how the media marginalizes women by portraying a very narrow and very specific standard of beauty: thin, tall, lean. I realized how many men have bought into that lie. For me, there is nothing sexier than this woman right here: thick thighs, big booty, cute little side roll, etc. Her shape and size won't be the one featured on the cover of Cosmopolitan, but it's the one featured in my life and in my heart. There's nothing sexier to me than a woman who is both curvy and confident. This gorgeous ... 16.667 thousand likes. Some backlash came from it, but first people applauded him for offering an idea of beauty that transcended just what you would normally see on the cover of Cosmopolitan. But then people came back at him for saying things like, for saying stuff like this, kind of wanting a pat on the back for liking someone outside of what you'd find on the cover of Cosmo. Thoughts, 5 words or less.
Curvy wife guy is cringy.
He likes him thick and
too long, didn't read. Even if this guy posted like the most woke, enlightened idea of what he loves and what people should do, even if it was perfect, if it doesn't fit on the side of your Instagram page, you're writing too much shit. And I start to hate you because then I see that you're a TEDx speaker who has created this fake economy for yourself, and you do want a pat on the back. Your social media, nothing.
I love how
that said, she's pretty.
I love how that's what you took away from it. Like, fuck you for writing such a long
intro. And I know it's all my internal neuroses that triggers that, but
the backlash. Yeah, your neuroses is crazy, Brett. It's your vertigo today. The backlash, though, when I read the post, I didn't interpret it as him wanting a pat on the back. I mean, I could see how people did, but he's just celebrating his wife and the curves. Now, I do think that he was a little verbose in regards to the post, but good for him. That was his declaration of love for this woman and I mean, look, listen, and fine. In social media, there's a picture to accompany it, I get it, but rap songs, there's also other ways that people celebrate curves. Rappers have been talking about their big booty, ass thick, waist thin women for the longest time and celebrating that. So why is it that this guy is getting some backlash? And I feel that some women felt that he's like, oh, well, he's drawing attention to things that the public deems unattractive, like the dimples in her butt or the side rolls, whatever. Yeah. But the positive person looks at it like, hey, he's just celebrating his wife. She's thick. He likes a big girl. I think a curvy. If I was into women, curvy women all day. Not saying anything wrong to thinner women, but I love some meat too. Is that wrong?
Everyone. No, there's nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong about that. But this post is like, I get it. I do not think that his intentions were anything than just wanting to celebrate his wife's body. But the medium that he chose to do that is so strange, and I don't like where we're at in the world, where this is like, look at this brave man celebrating his wife's body. Right. We didn't hear a thing about her personality. You fell in love with her just for her cute side rolls. Right. Not to mention that later on, he talks about how real women don't look like porn stars. Yeah, there are real women who are porn stars. Yeah, they do. Sometimes they do. And so that's one. Fine. Again, I don't think that he is. I don't think that he's bad for liking his curvy wife. I just don't think that this should have gone viral at all. Like, what are we celebrating here? A guy that's brave enough to admit that he is in love with the woman he married? Right. But is that the bar is that low? Where it's like, look, this man won't throw her to the curb because she is a healthy human.
Never once did he set her on fire.
What a great guy. What are we celebrating here? We shouldn't look. I don't think we should be tearing him down. I also don't think we should be celebrating him. This shit shouldn't go viral.
Well, then,
Holy shit.
Okay, with that said though, so if we should, it shouldn't go viral, but then why are we celebrating all these women who are saying no makeup and how that's going viral? How they're not wearing.
I don't think we should do that either.
But
we should never celebrate.
Never celebrate women. Women are too much.
That's not the point I'm making.
Down with women.
This obviously went viral because people attached and identified with it. You know, I think we should celebrate it. I'm sorry.
Okay,
I disagree.
I have another thing to say. He's also negging her in the comments.
Yes,
he's like,
that's the thing.
He's like, hers is not the body that will be on Cosmopolitan. I think he should speak with Ashley Graham. I think one-on-one.
I agree.
Like he's literally
right.
her body will never be celebrated. Like no one else could ever think that she's a drag queen.
Am I wrong in thinking that
a humble man who has educated himself on things like feminism.
Hashtag me.
Like, what are you
Hashtag
talking
me.
about?
Hashtag me.
I'm just disappointed that people cared so much about this inane post.
He's virtue
ahead, Brad.
signaling and like pulling little. There was a post recently where there was a woman who posted something with like her Adonis of a man and used the same words. Hers was like this long, and I liked it. And she was like, he loves every curve on my body and every stretch mark. And a lot of the words from that post were used multiple times in this guy's post. This guy, here's what happens when I see people like this online. I look at my fiance and I look at the last 4 years of their posts and reveal that he's like this aspiring actor who just wants all kinds of attention. He's trying to hashtag brand himself for hashtag being woke and hashtag being everything. He is not the problem. He is annoying, but he's not terrible. You know, he's annoying. At least he's not terrible. The terrible person is the one being like, man, she's fat. She sucks because she's fat. Like that is it. Like, man, did you see Cosmo? They got it right photoshopping every detail out of people. That's the problem. And there are people out there. This guy's just misguided trying to do it. And he's annoying because he's doing it for his own personal like fame and gain to get booked at the next TEDx conference.
Cynical city. I'm
super cynical, totally get it. His message hopefully is right if it's worded just slightly different. We gotta go, but I am cynical, you're right, you're positive, I'm glad you exist.
For once, I'm positive because normally I'm like the dark cloud. But I just feel like this guy was just wanting to get into his ass thick, waist thin wife, and you know.
Yeah. What do you think? Tell us why we're wrong, specifically me, because I'm stupid.
Yes.
Love you. Bye.